Hi everyone, I'm going to do a part 2 of my 2014 favorites, and I already did the one on nails, fragrances, and candles. This one is purely going to be on face makeup, so it will include blushes, eyeshadow palettes, base, and everything else. Let's just get on with it, and then I'll do a separate one on other kinds of toiletries, and maybe even a separate one on brushes. So let's get going. First and foremost, I was introduced this year, I think it was this year, to the Charlotte Tilbury line, and I ordered it from the UK, and then I found out that you could actually get it in the United States. I think that's only recently, though. But I had ordered this palette. It is the Film Star Bronze and Glow, and it's basically a bronzer and a highlighter for sculpting and highlighting. And part of the reason that I bought it, because I wasn't a huge bronzer at the time, like a person who used a lot of it, just because of this gorgeous packaging. I mean, it is such elegant packaging, and I am a sucker for that. It's a rose gold, and usually I'll show you this. Her alternating color is burgundy. That's one of her eye palettes with the rose gold. Online, it may just look like gold, but it's rose gold. And many of you have seen this. I'm sure lots of people have this in their favorites. It's an awesome bronzer and an awesome highlighter. And what's really cool about this palette that I haven't seen anybody else pointing out is that because of these particular two colors, this could do your eyes and your face. Because with a, let me see, I've got brushes in here. This is a large Fluff E50 Sigma brush. You can literally, I'll just do it right now, you can literally take some of this bronzer and put it on in your crease and just come up a little and blend it out, and you got your eye makeup done. No kidding, because it's just a soft brown and it's got an undertone of rose. It is the most perfect bronzer, but it also can be a great eyeshadow. And then for a highlighter, obviously, it's a highlighter for your face, so you can use it under your brow, and blend that out real nicely. And also your inner corner and your lid. And it's perfect. I mean, it's absolutely perfect. I got to even out here since I'm going to be doing a whole video. I don't want you to feel like I'm a cyclops. So I will blend that out. And it's, you can really do your whole face with this. I just think that's neat. As far as a bronzer, I absolutely love this bronzer, and I use the Sigma Small Contour F05. This is part of the Extravaganza line, and that's just because it has real gold on the fennels. Is that how you say it? Ferrules. But it's a short contour, and by the way, this stuff's expensive, so when you tap it off, don't tap it like that. Tap it back into the pan and keep the product. But anyway, it's a perfect bronzer. I do stay back here mostly, but then I do bring it down, and that's because I have little chipmunk cheeks. And as you can see, and I'm not sure that my lighting is perfect for doing this. I really am working on getting a better lighting set. But, you know, you would contour in all the places, especially if you get older, you want to contour under your chin. And if you start to have this dropping place in your face, bronze right over it. Anything that you bronze gets darker, and therefore it recedes. And so it just kind of helps you have a chin again. I've been sick. I keep meaning to say that, so please excuse my voice. But also, of course, in the temples, across the brow. And it's just, it does a perfect job. I have a very large nose. I've often thought about getting a nose job, you guys. I haven't ruled it out. But for now, I'll just contour, and I normally darken right underneath. Some people come down on either side. I feel like when I do that, it just draws attention to it. I know that's not right mathematically. But anyway, so, okay, this isn't going to go well if I stop and review every product. So, anyway, I won't. This will be the last actual review. But I love this product. Since we're on Charlotte Tilbury, I'll go ahead and say that two of the eye palettes that I love are the Sophisticate and the Dolce Vita. and this is what they look like. This is so sophisticated. It's all matte, and this can be used, oh my gosh. You can use the browns for your eyebrow. It's an everyday basic because it's all matte. If you want to spice it up with a little bronze, with a little sparkling shimmer, this clearly has it, and this is the Dolce Vita palette. Again, very neutral browns. I got a lot of eye palettes. I shouldn't have got to eye palettes just yet, but since I'm there, I showed y'all a long time ago I fell in love with Chantecaille because she fights for causes. And this is the Wild Horses palette, which you can obviously see, the wild horses. And it brings awareness to the fact that wild horses are being treated bad. I don't know if some of the proceeds goes towards the causes or not. And then on the little thing it shows you each color and what they stand for. I think that's kind of neat. And you can see the imprint of a horse head in the actual palette. This is one of my favorite palettes. The only problem, and by the way, she always has within her palettes one of the colors that can double as a brush bronzer, and obviously that is in this. It's called Palomino. It's this color right here. Absolutely love this palette. The only thing is it is limited edition. I'm afraid to use it up, so I don't use it as much as I should. But this is another one that she did, and it's called, this is their 15-year anniversary eyeshadow trio. And again, it brings to light causes. And so extinct animals or animals that are in trouble. That's the sea turtle, monarch butterfly, and elephants. This is a perfect eyeshadow palette. Absolutely love it. Again, same thing. I could say it was a favorite, except that I just don't use it enough because I love it so much. And it's limited. I don't want to use it up. That's stupid. Gucci. I love this one. It's Gucci Eye in Crystal Copper number 30. And here it is. Just really good. Kind of copper tone palette. It's perfect. It's got everything you need in it. Then this is, it's probably going to end up being the favorite. This is a Tom Ford palette that I got, and it's just their number 3, Cocoa Mirage. It's their browns. The thing about this is I've never seen colors so well blended to each other. This looks so good on your eyes. I looked at that, I was like, seriously, it's just a regular eye palette. It's not. It is very, very well blended colors and very good transfer. Another one of my favorites, I'm not sure if this is my favorite of all my Chanel palettes, but I think it is. So hard to say. This is Mystic Eyes. That beautiful pink highlighter, which I don't normally like, but I do in this palette, and the 2 browns. I use the kind of silver gray as a transition shadow. It's okay for that, but really I actually use the lighter brown to blend as well. So it's fantastic. And then I really have enjoyed this year the Too Faced Natural Eyes. I love all the Too Faced palettes. I really do. I think they're great palettes. This is just a fantastic palette. So I would highly recommend that one. As far as larger palettes, how do you get past LORAC Pro? Everybody loves it. But I want to show you something. The top is all matte. The bottom is shimmers. I love IT Cosmetics because it actually has ingredients that are helpful for your skin for aging while you wear it. And this is the Natural Pretty palette. They're all matte, and then you can use this color on the end here to transfer it into being a shimmer. You just put that over the top of it. It's the Radiance really. You can also use that as a face highlighter, but I want to show you something about this real quick. Let's see. Do these companies know each other? Look at this. Is it a copy? I don't know. It's very, very similar. It's even the exact same number. Or it could just be that the packaging companies who make these products do special deals. But I do love both of these palettes. Of the 2, I had the LORAC Pro earlier and I loved it. But I just know that it is actually better for your skin. And so I tend to like it better. I also fell in love with this palette. It's the Giorgio Armani number 1 palette. And what I fell in love about it was the blush, which is almost like a bronzer. I fell in love with it. You can see it hit pan bad. But underneath this It's a really great smoky eye palette in grays. Love it. And let's see real quickly. Of all of my eye palettes, and really palettes in general, this is hands down the favorite. It's the Paris palette from Sigma Beauty. This is where these Beauty Guru contributors, you can see the names right there. I found out about it from Makeup by Tiffany D. But they all contributed. This is just the most complete palette I have ever had. It's got neutrals, it's got color, it's got 2 shades of blush and a highlighter. It's got awesome brushes that come with it from Sigma. My favorites is this Versailles highlighter. It's the best highlighting color I've ever used. The best neutral is this Notre Dame, and I love Elise for the crease. Fell in love with this. It will win all-time palette, best palette of the year. But I did fall in love with these three face products. This powder from Laura Geller, which is the Balance and Brighten Foundation Powder in Fair. And this is the Blush and Brighten Pink Grapefruit, which I use as a bronzer slash blush, because it's a little darker. And then if you, especially in the summer or spring, if you want to, I absolutely favorite blush. It's called Malibu. It is definitely looks like you were on a beach in Malibu for the day. If you just dust it instead of down here or even here, if you'll dust it right on the top here and down the nose, just about right there, it does look like you've been in the sun. Barely dusted, it'll be overdone. I fell in love with a new eye color. It's an eye cream. This is Epiton from Chanel. It is a green gray, and I absolutely love this color on the eyelid, and then use a gray color to edge it out. As far as lip balms, I love Chanel's lip balm, but I did have to come back and say that the Creme de Rose lip balm by Christian Dior, it really is richer. It's just richer on your lips as a balm. And as far as eye products, y'all know that I love me some Inimitable mascara, waterproof, excuse me, by Chanel, but I have really enjoyed this year as a favorite drugstore, Maybelline's Pumped Up Colossal in waterproof. I'm absolutely loving that. As far as lips, hand down, the Chanel lipstick. On one end is the lip color. It lasts for hours and hours. And on the other end is a high gel gloss, and it lasts as well, and it also sets it. And as far as eye products for highlighting, I'm sorry, not highlighting, for lining, the IT No Tug waterproof gel eyeliner, hands down, backups upon backups of this. For actually doing a winged eye, which you have to do a little differently as you age, but you can still do them. Hands down, the DH Liquid Eyeliner EX. Absolutely love this. It's absolutely awesome for doing a winged out line. And then for eyebrow pencil, I know this is so weird, but the Almay and Raisin, just because it's not so dark as a brown, or, you know, is light for the blondes, and it doesn't come across purple. It actually comes across as kind of a cross between a gray brown and a light brown. So but it looks dark, as you can see. And I'm also liking one of L'Oreal's. I think it's called Nicole or something. I don't know if it's a favorite yet. So, oh, and one more thing for powder, even though I do like the Laura Geller, hands down, my favorite is the Chanel Double Perfection. This is in color number Tender Beige 70, but I think it's now been changed, and it's 32 or 35, I can't remember. But this is my face powder, hands down. It is the best, and I use the Chanel Kabuki brush, travel Kabuki brush, to put it on. So, of all my favorites, that is they. And again, if I have to have a favorite of all favorites, it is the Paris makeup palette. And just because it has everything all in one, if I had to do an eye palette, I think the one that I've really gravitated to, because just the blendability, is the Tom Ford. And so I guess that's it, and I will be doing another favorites video of toiletries for the bathroom, and then also brushes. And I'll see you again in the next